Hi hoopers, or soon-to-be hoopers. This video will show you how to buy your first hoop. First of all, let's talk about hoop size. Hoops come in many different girths. They come in 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, or 1 inch. This is a 1/2 inch hoop. It's very thin, and if you're just starting out, it's probably going to be way too light for you. This hoop is 3/4 of an inch. I find it's a perfect size even when it's in a bigger hoop. I find the 1 inch hoops to be just way too heavy. But if you're just starting out and you don't know how to hoop at all and you weren't able to hoop as a child, 1 inch hoops may be the way to go for you, but until you try it out for sure, I wouldn't recommend them. But that's just me. Another thing that hoops are measured in are PSI, and PSI means pounds per square inch. So the higher the PSI, the heavier the hoop's going to be. This little hoop here is 80 PSI. It's very thin and flexible. It's kind of flimsy. It's great for a kid's hoop or even a high performance hoop, but if you're just starting out, you're probably not going to be able to keep this hoop spinning. You're going to want a hoop that's at least 100 to 120 to 160 PSI. The most popular hoop that I sell is a 3/4 of an inch 160 PSI hoop. And hoops come in all sizes. I even make plus size hoops, and they look like this. They're relatively big, but for those of you with a short torso or an apple shape, you're going to be able to keep up a hoop that's up to your chest or higher. Please, please, please do not make the mistake of buying a hoop just because you think it's pretty. I have so many people who are just in love with the sparkles, or they see a hoop online that they like, they buy it, they can't hoop with it, and then they give up on hooping forever. Don't make that mistake. Any hoop can come with sparkles on it. It's better to buy a hoop that's one that you can hoop with. And if it's your first time hooping or buying a hoop, I don't recommend buying one online because, again, unless if you know what to ask for, you don't know what you're going to get. My first hoop, I had no idea what I was getting. I didn't know what to look for. I bought it because it was pretty, and it was enormous. And I'm not enormous. And it was okay to hoop with on my waist, but for tricks, I was covered in bruises from head to toe, just because I didn't know what I was buying. That was a couple years ago. Now I make hoops. I know what to recommend for other people, and I know what to buy for myself, so it's okay to buy one online. But if you're a new hooper, again, I wouldn't recommend it. So it would be like buying a pretty bra that you like, even if it's 3 sizes too big or 3 sizes too small. So again, PSI is a number that measures how heavy the hoop is. So hoops that are 80 PSI are going to be really light. Hoops that are 160 PSI are going to be a little bit heavier. And if you haven't hooped before, or you're new to hooping, 160 PSI is the way to go. Or at least 100 PSI. Again, my favorite width of hoop is 3/4 of an inch, also a 1/2 inch. You can get a really nice 1/2 inch hoop that's 160 PSI and have it be really sturdy. But if you get a 1/2 inch hoop that's 80 PSI, it's going to be like a little flimsy kid's hoop, and it's not going to be very easy to hoop with. So again, buy hoops based on their size and for what you can hoop with, and not for looks, because any hoop can be made to look pretty. Thanks for watching, and happy hooping.